recap, the premise of this program, my goal is we get discussion with people and looking for motivating and inspiring material to help us be better in our lives and in our businesses. We're approaching the Bible not from a religious book, which I believe it is, being a religious Jew, but unquestionably, even if you don't accept it as a religious text, it's the best selling book of all time. And I would say it's also the best business book of all time. And it has more material inspiring people to business success than any other book I've ever heard speakers reference or personally read. And so our goal each week is to have a guest as well as to have a particular line of the text we can talk about and reflect on individually. Now, last week, my partner in this had a football game. This week is a national holiday, but I wanted to do this call today anyhow because I do think one of the business secrets of the Bible is the importance of daily activities. And if it's in my calendar to be done, I want to do it. So that said, let's go to today's line in the Bible, the Old Testament, that we're going to share today. And then we'll see, hopefully, if we can help you find something there for yourself. You're welcome. Now, I do want to say that if you're watching this on one of our live streams on YouTube or Facebook, put questions, comments there. I'll do my best to respond back to you and share this. I'd love this to be interactive. Today, I want to take a quote from Ecclesiastes in English. In Hebrew, we call it Koheles. This is a book that was written by King Solomon. And in Ecclesiastes chapter 11, I'm using a source called Sepharia.org. Fantastic free online source with all of the Old Testament plus many other texts of Jewish thought in there. And we do want to go back to the source. That's not to say that later versions don't have other insights to learn, but this is the source material that I've been taught. Feel free, if you find differences or variances that bring to discussion, add them in. But Sepharia.org does a great job in Ecclesiastes 2, which is in Hebrew known as Koheles. In Ecclesiastes chapter 11, line 6. It says, sow your seed in the morning and don't hold back your hand in the evening, since you don't know which is going to succeed, the one or the other, or if both are equally good. First thing I want to say from here, as a real estate agent my entire career, I've been told, and I believe it's true, you have to do business development, and the best time to do that is first thing in the morning. So we want to notice that there's a source of that information. Let me see here real quick. I think I have the wrong. No, we got this going. Okay, good. So sound check is good. So we have a source right here saying, do your prospecting or business development in the morning. Second of all, what it's telling us is that you should have multiple sources that you market to. This is calling them the morning and the evening, because you don't know which one it will be. And I think the message I've taken from this particular, and what I was taught was that you plant 2 or 3 different types of business when you're not sure. When I was in a transition 4 years ago, I was leaving management and recruiting and coaching, and I planted what I call 5 C's. I had real estate, mortgages, coaching, insurance, and something else. I planned them all, and the real estate really took off. And so why did it take off? Well, because over time, I discovered things I didn't know when I started that made them so valuable. So I think what this is telling us is have faith in the process, put a plan together, diversify your strategy, work at it, and over time, you'll find the right strategy. I do think for most people, it's most important to master one source of income than multiple. But when we plant the seeds, we want to plant multiple plants, not relying on any one necessarily to come through, particularly if you're an entrepreneur. So that's what I take away from it. 2 things, 2 lessons today. Number 1, you have to do business development first thing in the morning. As a real estate agent, every day from 8 to 12, my focus is on getting people listings from people who need to sell the property, or talking to people who know people who need to sell property. And if I take time out in the morning from that activity, I reschedule the makeup time in the afternoon, because every morning I devote to business development. The second thing this is telling us, I think the second lesson I've learned is have multiple different areas that you're investing your time and effort, energy in when you're starting out. Plant multiple seeds, because you don't know which one will stick. And then over time, hopefully you'll find that success. So that's what I've learned today. Again, this is from Ecclesiastes or Koheles, chapter 11, line 6. If you have an Alta translation or suggestion, please feel free to add in. We do this every Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm Bill Gross. As always, make today your best day ever.